Hello everyone, myself Tanvi Patel, working as Assistant Professor in Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Our subject is Computer Network and Unit is Application Layer. So today our topic is Message Access Agent, that is POP3 and IMAP. So what is Message Access Agent? First of all, you have to know what is Message Access Agent. The first and the second stage of mail delivering using SMTP, that is Message Access Agent. However, SMTP is not involved in the third stage because SMTP is a push protocol. It pushes the message from the client to the server, means it is one type of protocol in the third stage which only pushes the message from the client to the server. In other words, the direction of the bulk data, that is messages, is from the client to the server. On the other hand, the third stage needs a pull protocol. The client must pull messages from the server. Next, the direction of the bulk data are from the server to the client, means the direction from the data which is sent is from the server to the client. The third stage uses a message access agent. By using this message access agent, we can send or pass data from client to the server or from the server to the client. So, two type of access agents, that is post office protocol and internet mail access protocol, that is POP3 and IMAP4. Here in figure you can see the working of both. Now first is post office protocol, that is POP3. 3 means version of post office protocol. Post office protocol version 3, also called POP3, is simple and has limited functionality. The customer, that is the client, POP3 software is initially installed on the PC, that is a receiver. The host, that is server software, is further set up within the mail server. That is POP3 basically is made of both the software, that is the client POP3 and the server POP3. Next, mail access first begins with the client when the individual user, that is client, is required to download an email from the mailbox present in the mail server. In this case, the sequence of event as per the following manner. How it works. First, the client, that is the user, establish a link using the host server on the TCP slot. Next, the client will send its username and the password to the server in order to access the mailbox, that is Gmail login or Yahoo login. And next step is, after successful authentication, the user can now able to access the mailbox. The user can then finally list and recover the respective mails each at a time. This is the process how it works. Now next, modes of POP3, that is delete mode. In this specific model, the mail will be deleted from the specific mailbox after each retrieval. The delete mode is most commonly used when any user is working at her or his PC and can save and furthermore organize the received mail message after reading or replying the same. And next is cap mode, that is keep mode. The keep mode is generally used when any user accesses the mail message away from that of the primary computer. The mail is then read and kept in the system for later retrieval. Now the demerits of POP3. POP3 does not allow organizations of email on the server. The user can't create different folders on the server. It can create them only on his or own computer. The user can't able to view the partial content of the email before downloading. That are the demerits or the disadvantages of POP3 protocol. Now next is Internet Mail Access Protocol version 4, that is IMAP4. Another mail access protocol is the Internet Mail Access Protocol, that is PUL protocol. IMAP4 is very similar to POP3, but it normally has many more features. IMAP4 is much more powerful and a bit more complex. It is complex than POP3. This is ideal for user having multiple computers such as laptops in the office and PCs at his or her home. So this is the example of IMAP4 protocol. Now a user can finally look for the email header ahead of downloading the message. IMAP4 basically creates a central repository that can be further accessed from any machine. Means central repository means one type of database or the warehouse where all emails are being stored and anyone can access from their own machine. Thus, it does not copy email to the user's personal machine. A user may able to partially download any emails. This is especially of good use in the event that bandwidth is very limited, plus the email particularly contains multimedia with very high bandwidth needs. Now, additional features of IMAP4. It is possible for the user to check the header before downloading, means the user can check the header before downloading the mail. It is possible for the user to search for the content of email before downloading. He can search the content before downloading. How you search in your Gmail? It is possible to partially download email. It is possible for the user to create, rename or delete mailbox on the mail server. Means he can create mail, he can rename mail or he can delete mailbox from his mail server. It is possible for the user to create hierarchy of mailboxes in a folder from storing emails. Now comparison of POP3 and IMAP4. That is, POP is a simple protocol that only allows downloading message from your inbox to your local computer, and in IMAP4 is much more advanced and allow you the user to see all the folders on the mail server. POP server listens on port 110 and the POP with SSL, that is secure layer, listens on port 995, whereas in IMAP4 it listens on port 143 and with security it listens on port number 993. In POP3 the mail can only be accessed from a single device at a time, and in IMAP message can be accessed across multiple devices. To read the mail, it has to be downloaded on the local system. The mail content can be read partially before downloading in IMAP4. In POP3, the user cannot organize mail in the mailbox of the mail server, and in IMAP4, the user can organize the mails directly on the mail server. In POP3, the user cannot create, delete or rename emails on the mail server, whereas in IMAP4 he can create, delete or rename emails. In POP3, a user cannot search the content of the mail before downloading to the local system, and in IMAP4 they can download the mails and first he can search and then he can download the mail. In POP3, after downloading, the message exists in the local system. If the local system crashes, message is lost. And in IMAP4, multiple redundant copies of the message are kept at the mail server. In case of loss of message of a local server, the mail can be still be retrieved. In POP3, changes in the mail can be done using local email software, and in IMAP4, changes can be made via web interface or email software. In POP3, all the messages are downloaded at once, and in IMAP4, message header can be viewed prior to download. This is the comparison of POP3 and IMAP4. So thank you.